I was just listening to this playlist. I'll put it down in the comment section. This like jazz playlist I like to listen to, and it gets you. I don't know. It's like feel good music. It makes you feel really good. I feel relaxed. I feel focused, and I also feel like this table is really far away from me right now. Do I seem further away from you guys? I mean, of course I'm gonna crop this. I used to do my videos really far out. And I was way back here and I didn't like it. It felt so impersonal. I feel like I wasn't talking to you guys, but more in a big room. And I like to be more close and personal. But this right here, I feel like somebody moved my table. Maybe not. Anyway, so yeah, I'm jazzed up. I feel really nice. I feel relaxed. I don't know, something about that 20s, 30s, 40s music just does something to you, you know? Maybe you guys like jazz, or music is muse. It inspires you, gets you in a mood. I mean, if you're feeling angry, you can rage if you like that. If you're feeling artistic, maybe you listen to Mozart, or you listen to jazz, or something like that. Something to do with music, instruments, musical therapy. But yeah, so I wrote some things down for this message for you guys. Needed a little bit of break. I needed a 24-hour just decompress, kind of get my bearings about me. Someone is really turned on by your drive. Maybe even what you drive. I don't know, maybe they like what you drive. But it has something to do with either could even be a hobby, something that you do that's really creative, or a skill that you have, but it could be what you do for work. You know how they talk about people in uniforms, they may like that. It could be what you used to do for work. It could be just your knowledge that you've gained over life. It's something. They're really turned on by your drive in that area, whatever it is. Your determination, how you put, you know, so much focus in a particular area, or even your heart for something that you do. Whatever that is, something to do with your work or what you really love. You can tell that you must have a heart for what you do, or you must have had a heart for what you did, because of how either successful you are at it, or how you carry yourself, how you've changed the lives of people around you. It's something like that, even if you don't know that you have. Okay, you're something to look at for sure, and not physically only, but something about who you are. So I wrote that down. I wrote down, look at you go. Look at you go. They may even see you on the move. This may be where someone sees you. You're like doing your thing. Whatever that may be, they see you doing your thing and they think, look at you go. You know, well, I'll tell you one thing that's popping in my head. Something I really thoroughly admire and I find lovely is Cirque du Soleil. I love circuses. I've always loved circuses, but I really specifically love Cirque du Soleil. And I saw them in California when I used to live there. And I was like, wow. Like, that would be one of those moments where it's like, look at them go. Just the talent, the flexibility, the agility, like, and it tells a story. You know what I mean? If you've never seen anything about Cirque du Soleil, or you don't know what I'm talking about, you guys should definitely look it up, or look into going to an actual Cirque du Soleil show. I'm talking pure talent right there. It has to have a pure heart for what they do, because you could tell they had to spend a lot of time on that. You know what I mean? Now, this could be entirely reversed, Aquarius. It doesn't have to be someone that's looking at you like this. You could be looking at another this way. But yeah, a lot of time, a lot of focus, a lot of heart. I mean, I can't stop saying it like that, because that's really what it feels like. You have a heart for what you do. You have a heart for what you love. You love it. Because if you didn't love it, you probably wouldn't be doing it. You're not one to do something if your heart's not in it. You just won't do it. You know? It could be dancing. Maybe you just kind of dance and twirl and whirl about. Maybe you cook, sing, write, decorate. Maybe you fix things. Some of you could like actually fix things. Oh, what is that called? Like a handy. You're handy with things and you can do them on your own. That's sexy, you know, man or woman. It's sexy. You just get out there and you do it yourself. You'd rather do it yourself than have anyone else do it. If you are a like do-it-yourselfer, oh yeah, some of you're do-it-yourselfers, aren't you? That's what it is. Especially if you're a do-it-yourselfer and someone's seen you kind of, instead of pay someone to do it, you're like, I could save so much more money if I just DIY this and figure it out myself. I can do it. I can just do it myself. I'll make it myself. I will fix it myself. Yeah, that's hot. Man or woman, that's definitely attractive. Like a handyman or handy woman. So yeah, now the person that's looking at you like this they may have been going through some things, okay, whether you know this or not. It could be someone you know, someone close around you, but maybe a complete stranger. They could have been going through something in their life, and it was like refreshing, just like the jazz music is to me. It's refreshing to kind of, I don't know, think about you, think about what you're doing. Kind of gives them something to be like, you know, maybe I could stay busy, or maybe I could do that, or I want to do something that my heart is in. I want to learn a new skill, or I want to learn. They're attracted to your knowledge about something, attracted to also how smooth you are with something. And you may not even see yourself like that, which is interesting, because I don't feel like you do. I feel like you don't even, what you're doing, you may not even look at yourself doing that as how another person looks at you doing that. You know what I mean? Like, well, that's just you being humble, honestly. Some of you are just really humble about it. You're just like, oh, this old thing? Oh, I'm just over here messing around. Or, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Anybody could do it. But it's like, no, not really. Not just anybody could do it. It's not that anybody even would do it. You've taken the time. You really are interested in it. You really love it. Even if it's a career path or something, you know, no, not anybody could do that. It takes a special type of person. You have to really want something to accomplish what you've accomplished, even if you don't think it's big. Somebody looks at you as, really? You know? Do you know how cool that is that you can do that? That's really cool. Whatever it is, could even be something spiritual. Someone's like, wow. You know what I mean? Especially though, now this is not for all of you, but especially if you wear some sort of uniform. I remember, this is crazy, but I'm getting a vision of it now. When I was younger, I used to love when my dad would go get his vehicle fixed, and I would like to ride with my dad because I liked to look at the people in their uniforms. They would always wear those jumpsuits at like Valvoline, and I was maybe in high school, and I would be like, wow. Like, I found it attractive that you would go to a job and wear a uniform. There's something about uniforms. You know, some people don't like uniforms because they want to express individuality. Totally get that. I'm not talking about that. But when it comes to a profession and a skill, it kind of, like, okay, do you guys remember a couple of weeks ago, I went to that vintage shop? I go to vintage shops often, but I went to this vintage shop and I found a firefighter jacket. And I could not get it. I mean, it was so cheap, but I could not get it. I'm like, wow, this tells such a story. It's almost like I could feel the person that wore it. And it was from so long ago. It was actually a really old jacket. And still had the dirt on it and everything. And I'm like, I have to get this. Like, I have to own this firefighter jacket. Super hot, super heavy, but I'm going to wear it as a normal jacket, especially when it starts getting cold. I admire that, like a uniform, right? If you wear a uniform, or you ever did, or you have like, a uniform doesn't have to be just necessarily your outfit. It could be something you would keep on you as part of what you do. Like a tool belt if it's fixing things. Did I just spit? Or, you know, paint. You may have paint all over you because you paint. That's part of what you do. And so it's like, God, something so sexy about that. Or when people have really rugged hands because they work with their hands, you know, or they got calluses all over their hands because they play an instrument. It's like that. Or arthritis. You know, some people may be like, oh, that's ugly. I hate that about myself. I hate that that happened. And it's like, no, I find it admirable. I love that about you because it tells me how much heart you put into it. You know what I mean? The oil all over someone because they're fixing a vehicle. Something hot about it, you know? If you're a firefighter, having the soot and everything all over, you're out there saving lives. If you're a police officer and you're wearing a badge and you're a really good one with a good heart and you're out there actually trying to keep the community safe, you're keeping kids off the street and you're saving lives. I mean, really? You don't see yourself as like doing something big out there? Because you really should. Not only that, you're inspiring people who you probably don't even deal with on a personal level. Some of you, it is someone you've dealt with on a personal level, but some of you, it's not. It's a complete stranger. Just kind of like, look at you go. Look at you go. It's very attractive. It's like a scientist who wears a science coat, or a teacher with the apple. I mean, you know, it's the idea of that, like the symbol of what you represent. It's very attractive. They look at something like that and they think heart. You have a heart for it, especially if you're not a person to get someone else to do something for you. If you're the one that does it yourself, wow. Gardening, if you've been gardening or fixing up your yard or even mowing your own grass, there's a woman that I pass every single time. A woman, okay? And I mean, but she's a little old lady, and I just want to go help her so bad every time I see her. But I always have my kids with me, and I'm not just going to leave them in the car. But she owns a lot of land. Like this, I'm surprised she doesn't have someone come do this for her, because it's so much land, and the grass is always so freaking, I mean, when I say land, think of horses, think of maybe a farm. She doesn't have any of this, but that's how much land she has, and her house is like little bitty, way off in the back. And this woman, almost every time I pass, I don't know if it's, she must mow it a lot. She's always on her riding mower. A riding mower in the heat with her little hat on, just doing it by herself. In fact, one time I was like, ooh, that can't be safe. But I was like, damn, I gotta admire you, man. Like, she's out there doing it. She had her dog out there. She's got like a dog that keeps her safe, you can tell. I love this dog. This dog is definitely her ride or die. Definitely her best friend, her family. You can, this is a big dog too. You wouldn't want to walk up on her because that dog would fuck you up. But she's got this mower, and one time she was doing her riding lawnmower, pulling a push mower behind her. What? No, unless I saw it wrong. I could have seen it wrong. I was passing her. Maybe it wasn't a push mower. But she had one hand on the thing, mowing, and the other one with a riding lawnmower. I kid you not, unless, again, I saw it wrong. My eyes do fail me sometimes. So I was like, no freaking way. Instead of getting like a commercial lawnmower or getting a team to come out and do it for her, no wonder she's always mowing, because she probably has to do it in sections. She has so much yard. Like, today I'll do this section, today I'll do this section, you know, and that's probably why she's always mowing, because, you know, it's just her. I've never seen anyone out there helping her. I have never, and I'm like, I'm a complete stranger to her. She has no clue I'm even noticing her, and I'm like, wow, that's dedication. You see, so don't discredit anything that you do, or think that it means nothing, or, I mean, and the thing is, you're not even doing something so people will notice. That's what's beautiful about it. You're just doing you. You're out there, you could be underneath a vehicle fixing it, or, you know, you're in and out and into the supply store or Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever you're doing. It's beautiful. Decorating. You could be out there cleaning out the gutters, or, you know what I mean? And it's just nice to see that people still, I don't know, do things like that. Simple, but admirable and beautiful. And so it's got somebody kind of like, wow, you don't say. Nice message. It's nice and smooth. Again, that jazz music put me in a really good energy for the start of this beautiful day. So I want to thank you guys for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.